Welcome to today's On This Day in Tudor History with me, Claire Ridgway, author of several Tudor history books. Now, a couple of days ago, I think it was on the 25th of August, I introduced a rebellion which took place in the summer of 1549, a rebellion called Kett's Rebellion. So this is a kind of continuation of that one, so you might want to go back to the 25th of August and listen to that talk first, just to give you an overview of what was going on that summer. But on this day in Tudor history, the 27th of August 1549, the Battle of Dussindale took place. And this was the battle which ended Kett's Rebellion. Kett's Rebellion was in Norfolk in East Anglia, so the east of England. So I give an overview in the 25th of August one. But it was a rebellion against, the main grievance was illegal enclosure of common land, what the rebels also perceived as bad government and bad priests. So there were religious aspects to it as well. It wasn't just about enclosure, it was also bad government and bad priests. But back to the Battle of Dussindale. The mercenaries that John Dudley, Earl of Warwick, had received on the 26th of August 1549 forced Robert Kett and his rebels to move from Mousehold to the valley of Dussindale by cutting off their supply line. Now, it was in this valley, and the actual location is not known, but it's in that valley, somewhere in the Dussindale Valley, that a very bloody battle took place on the 27th of August, and there were heavy losses on both sides. Primary sources range with the numbers that they give of losses. They range from 1,000 to 10,000 rebels being killed, so quite a big difference between reports, but heavy losses. But at the end of the day, Warwick was victorious and Kett's rebellion was completely over. Rebel leader Robert Kett fled the battle scene when it became sort of obvious that they were going to be defeated. But he was captured the following day at the nearby village of Swannington. He and his brother William were imprisoned in the Tower of London and then tried for treason. They were both found guilty and were hanged on the 7th of December 1549. Robert at Norwich Castle and William at Wymondham Abbey. I'm not sure whether I've said that properly. Wymondham. On the 28th of August 1549, rebels who'd been captured during the battle and who'd actually managed to hang on to their lives in the battle were then hanged at the Oak of Reformation, which was the tree that the rebels had used for their government that they'd set up, the commission that they'd set up, and that they'd gathered there for prayer as well in the past, and this was outside the Magdalen Gate of Norwich. So heavy losses at the Battle of Dussindale, and losses afterwards as well with those rebels that had survived the battle being and having their lives ended because, of course, they were seen as traitors to the crown. So I'm sorry it's a gloomy subject today, but that was the Battle of Dussindale. I will be back tomorrow with more Tudor history trivia and facts for you. You can subscribe to the channel by clicking round about there, and do have a good browse as well, because there are all sorts of talks, not just on this day in Tudor history, but ones on, I've got questions about Anne Boleyn, for example, so you can have if you want your Tudor fix, you can have spend probably a whole weekend, if not more, having a good look through all of the videos. You can hit the bell to be notified as videos go live, but rest assured that they do come on a daily basis. Thank you for joining me. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.